Hello, hello, hello. This is Priscilla with Zilla Travel and my lovely assistant, Caitlin.
Hello.
And we help you live the dream through travel. So, this is a follow up on the 23andMe DNA test that I got for Caitlin about a month and a half ago. So, we did the unboxing last month. She took the test, sent it off, and she got her results back. Isn't that awesome? Yay! So, Caitlin, what did you think about the test?
It was good. It's very detailed into your DNA and who you're related to.
It sure is. It's a lot to absorb. A lot to absorb. It really is, but it actually helps you. So I was very pleased with it. So what happens is you get an app, right? And on your app, you get your results. And the thing of it is since anybody who's related to you with this DNA, you will get a notification, and they'll get a notification that you have new relatives, DNA relatives. And then it's up to you to share with that person or not. So Caitlin told me she got her results back, and I didn't see that notice immediately. So I was like, hold on a second. I should have gotten that notice quicker than that. I know she's my daughter. I was there, and I actually saw her being birthed. I didn't take my eyes off of her. Hey, that was the thing back in the 80s. I'm from New York, so I remember when my son was born in the 80s, there was a thing where people were switching babies, so. But I digress. So, what you do is you go to look in your app, and at the top of the app, it'll say your name, and it'll look like this, and it'll just have some little buttons, and you find the ancestry report and DNA relatives. That's the one that Caitlin and I are gonna click on. And then what do you see when you go there? Are you waiting for it to?
I see a list of close relatives, and it has my mom underneath there. And it says I share 49.46% DNA.
Yay! And then I see the same thing. It says close relatives 1, Caitlin, daughter, 49.46% DNA shared. Then I have distant relatives, a list of them under there. So I actually see some second cousins. I'm like, this is new. I got to find out who she is. You know, she's already emailed me, and I emailed her, so I guess we'll talk later. But once we click on the person, and she can see the same thing because we shared our DNA. We shared our results with each other. You have to get permission. And it says your genetic relationship daughter, Caitlin inherited half of your DNA. And if you scroll to the bottom, you get the ancestry composition. Show the people. Next to mine, ancestry composition. Yeah. So it has me, and it has her, and it has, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 categories. The top category is Sub-Saharan African, 93.5% for me. And what's your percent, Caitlin?
91.7.
Cool. So if I expand that list, I see West African is 73.6%, and then I see Nigerian is second under there, 22.8%, and then under that I see, oh no, that was Caitlin's. I am 75.7% West African. What are you, Caitlin?
73.6.
Good. And then I see Nigerian under that. What do you see under yours?
Nigerian.
Oh, good. Mine is 25.4% Nigerian. What's yours?
42.8.
Wow. Then it goes down a long list. But I see Senegambian and Guinean. And that's third in the list. That's 16.6%. What's yours? Do you have Senegambia?
Mm-hmm.
What's your percent? Under Nigerian.
Ghanaian, Liberian, and...
Oh, you have, that one came up. You see, everybody has a different genetic mix, right? She's got Ghanaian, Liberian, and Sierra Leonean. What's your percentage? I have 18.8% Ghanaian, Liberian, and Sierra Leone. And then I also have Senegambian in there. So then it goes down. I've got Congolese, Angolan, Southern East African, and broadleaf Congolese, and Southern East African. That's all under the Sub-Saharan African. So I'm going to roll that back up because this is just a whole lot. And then I have European in there, 5.3%. Do you have European too?
Yep, 5.6%.
Okay, so if I pull that arrow down, I've got British and Irish. Is that what you have under your European?
Yep.
Yep. And then we also have East Asian and Native American. So mine is 0.9%. And Caitlin's is what?
2.4.
Okay, good. So we got some Native American. We even have some Chinese in there, man. We are Chinese too. I'm 0.2% Chinese. What about you, Caitlin? And Southeast Asian.
0.6%.
Okay. All right, roll that up. Then we've got Central and South Asian. I'm 0.2%. That's like Sri Lanka. And Caitlin looks like, I can see hers too. Looks like she's got 0.2% as well. Then we've got some unassigned DNA. So another interest, that's how it rolls it up. So then you can drill down into all those different people groups. But the interesting thing is we have a maternal haplogroup, and she is L3D1. And what a haplogroup is, and it's a maternal haplogroup because I have no paternal haplogroup DNA because my father's deceased and my father didn't have any sons that I know to take the test. So we've got maternal haplogroups identify ancient lines of women that all trace back to the same common ancestor. So we are L3D1. And then it just goes into the migrations of the people and some scientific stuff. So I think that's pretty cool. A lot of information on 23andMe. So there you have it. Caitlin has 50% of my DNA. And yes, she is my daughter. She was not switched at birth. I kept my eyes on her the whole time.
Mom.
So that's all I have for today. Just wanted to keep you up to date on this DNA test because some people wanted to know what were the results because they want to take it too. So yeah, go ahead and try it out, 23andMe. Now, I also did African ancestry DNA, and I will be doing a video to share the results from that one. It's 2 different types of tests. That one is specific for African ancestry, and it only looks for one ancestor. So it gave me some clues. So I'll do a separate video on that. And then I'll be doing another video on another DNA company called Afro Roots DNA. And they just came out, a Black-owned company out of New York, and they use the same technology that 23andMe does. So more to come on our DNA test kits and our DNA testing and our culture and heritage tracing our roots. So this is Priscilla with Solo Travel signing off, hoping that you have a good rest of